Marilyn Monroe wasn't just a Hollywood actress. She was an enigma, a force of nature, a legend whose presence still lingers decades after her passing. But what was it about her that made her so captivating? What made people obsess over her, adore her, and never truly let her go? It wasn't just about beauty, though of course she had that in abundance. Marilyn knew how to create beauty, how to amplify it, how to make it almost hypnotic. Her signature platinum curls, her glowing skin, the deep red lips, the way she spoke in that breathy, almost dreamlike voice. None of it was accidental. She understood allure like no one else. She knew that real beauty wasn't just about looking good. It was about making people feel something. And Marilyn made the world feel something powerful. But she wasn't just a carefully crafted image. What made her truly unforgettable was the contrast within her. She was innocence and seduction all wrapped into one. She could giggle like a shy schoolgirl one moment and then command an entire room's attention with a single smoldering glance the next. She was playful, yet deeply sensual, fragile, yet incredibly powerful. She blurred the line between vulnerability and control, and that made her impossible to ignore. People weren't just drawn to Marilyn. They were obsessed with her because they couldn't figure her out. One moment, she seemed like she needed protection, like a delicate flower that could wilt at any second. And the next, she was the most confident, radiant woman in the world. That mystery, that paradox, was intoxicating. And yet, despite being one of the most famous women on the planet, Marilyn Monroe remained an enigma. She was photographed, filmed, and adored by millions. But how much did people really know her? That was part of her magic. She gave just enough to make people feel connected to her, but never enough for them to truly understand her. She was always just out of reach, like a dream you can almost remember, but not quite. Even today, we see her face on posters, in art, in fashion. But Marilyn herself remains elusive. But what made people love her, not just admire her, was her vulnerability. Beneath the glamour and the fame, she was human. She was filled with longing, searching for love, haunted by insecurities. She wasn't just a sex symbol. She was a woman who wanted to be seen, to be loved, to be understood, and in that she became relatable. She wasn't cold and untouchable like so many Hollywood icons. She was warm, soft, and deeply emotional. People didn't just see her, they felt for her. She had the kind of raw authenticity that made her seem almost otherworldly. And maybe that's why, after all these years, we still can't look away. Marilyn wasn't just a star, she was a phenomenon. She wasn't just beautiful, she was iconic. She wasn't just famous, she was timeless. Today, her image is everywhere, recreated by celebrities, painted by artists, turned into fashion statements. But no one else has ever quite captured what she had. No one else has ever made the world ache the way Marilyn did. She wasn't just a woman, she was a symbol, a muse, a mystery. And long after the cameras stopped flashing, long after the golden age of Hollywood faded, long after she took her last breath, Marilyn Monroe is still here. And maybe she always will be.